Welcome back to another episode of Agents of the Four Seasons. So in the previous one, we saw some more of the backstory, right? More specifically, we were kind of honing in on the entire Spring Village or Village of Spring or whatever, right? And we saw that they are just horrible. They were horrible to Hinagiku all the way, basically her entire life, ever since she was there. They didn't care about her. They just cared about her powers. Which we kind of knew with the entire thing with her being kidnapped and them just waiting for her to die so that they could, you know, replace her. So yeah. Anyway, just a horrible situation for Hinagiku to grow up in, but we also saw how she got close with Sakura and stuff, so it was a cool episode. We were also talking a bit more about winter, Agent of Winter and stuff, so yeah, let's see where it goes from here. So, if you wanna watch this, Uncut and Blur is always on Patreon in the description, and let's go into Agents of the Four Seasons, episode 6. Are these the insurgents? I think so. I think that is that when she was kidnapped. We didn't really see what was happening during that time because she's been kidnapped for like a long time. She's been gone for a long time. Let's go, I'll send you home. Interesting that the Hinagiku who was talking in like, you know, the fluent way without like the stuttering and stuff, was the one who was saying she wants to die, and then the Hinagiku who was stuttering, the Hinagiku that we know today, that feels like she stayed alive, right? It feels like the previous Hinagiku died off, and then this Hinagiku is the current Hinagiku that we see. Who was that? Yeah, no stuttering when she's singing. Of course, Sakura's ready. They have completely different feelings about him. Yeah, it seems like she completely killed off her previous self. Reimei 10. Oh. $15? Oh yeah, that was 5 years later. Rose is such a goat, man. He tried. Look at how much he cares about it. What a goat. He tried so hard. Oh, the voice acting. Rose and Itacho are so cool. Eight years, here we go. This is where they find her.
Daikousha Hinagiku 帰還しています。半年ほど前に発見されました。
6 months ago! Of course I wouldn't tell her.
ですが、Hinagiku-sama、戻ってきた。帰ってきた。私を救ってくれた。世界で一番大切な女の子が。Hinagiku-sama！ Hinagiku-sama！ 私です。姫坂さくらです。さくら。あなたのさくらです。
Did all of her memories die as well when the previous Hinagiku died? Did she close off all of her memories?
申し訳ありませんでした。ずっとさくらは。
Okay, so she still has the memories. Makes sense, because nowadays she does remember some things from the past and stuff, right? Mm. You think it's a full-on, like it's a full-on alter, like a full-on DID, or is it just one of those things where it's kind of like more of a, just a mask over a personality? Because I wonder, because the way that she's talking about it, I know that like with alters and stuff, with like DID, dissociative identity disorder, it can, like, personalities can, in a way, you know, die off and a new personality inhabits the body in a way, right? I wonder if it is like to that degree, or if it is kind of just like one of those things where she repressed her old self to the point where it feels like she died off and replaced it with some kind of like front, right? Where it's just kind of like a protective, you know, just kind of like a protection that the body does to protect you from everything that's happening outside. I wonder to what degree it is, right?
違いますが、けれど。違うの。違うってね。みんなにも言ってるのに。ごめんね、さくら。だから、帰っていいよ。ひなきく様。みんな、あの子が死ぬの待ってたんでしょ。なら、そうしてあげる。そのうち、今のひなぎくも死ぬから、放っておいて。帰っていいよ。ありがとうね。幸せにね、さくら。
I mean, she was kidnapped for 8 years while the people at home were waiting for her to die. I am not surprised that she returned in the state that she is in. In fact, I think she is in, like, it's even a surprise that she returned at all, right? So her being in this kind of state after 8 years of being kidnapped in a probably not very great place to be in, not a surprise that she ended up being broken by it.
言われた通り、このまま去って幸せに。やめろ。うるさい。そんな人生、いらない。この方のそばにいる権利以外、何もかも。いいえ、ひなぎく様。さくらの帰る場所は一つです。いかなることがあろうとも、私はあなたのしもべ。あなたの元にたどり着きます。長き不在をお許しください。姫高さくら、ただいま、御身の元にはせ参じました。
A place to call home. So now we see how that happened. We still don't know why she returned, but we'll see. Like how that entire thing happened, but we'll see. She escaped. She herself escaped, okay. Mm.
ひなぎく様、さくらです。失礼いたします。ひなぎく様。
Are those poisonous berries? She tried to kill herself.
それはもう困り果てて。申し訳ありません。つい覚えていらっしゃらないですよね。知ってる。ヒナギクの中にあの子の
Yeah, she has her memories.
残ってるから。ごめん、さくら。ごめんね。あの子じゃないヒナギクのこと、もう守ろうとしなくていいんだよ。あの子のこと返してあげられなくてごめんね。
Hmm.
いいえ。さくらのヒナギク様は帰ってきております。今を懸命に生きるあなた様です。私はあなたといたい。何度でも言いましょう。
Interesting. The guilt that she feels for like killing, I guess, the previous Hinagiku and putting on this, or like I guess inhabiting the body as this Hinagiku. It's a very interesting dilemma, right? It's really sad. It's really really sad that she feels that way, right? That she feels like she shouldn't be here because she's not the same Hinagiku, and this Hinagiku should just die, and nobody should mourn her because they didn't know her as this Hinagiku, right? Really really sad mentality.
私は
But it's cool seeing Sakura push through it,
あ
right?
なたがご自分をお認めになれなくても私にはわかります。あなた様はかよひなぎく様です。じゃあ老星様を思ってもいい？どうしてだろうね。ひなぎくは別人なのに老星様への好きの気持ちは
Nice.
死んでないみたいなの。だから
I really like Rosei, so
あの子を老星様に
he seems like such a good
会わせ
guy.
てあげたい。なぜ見捨てた？あなたが誘拐されたのは冬のせいです。違うよ。罪犯したのは族の人。でも冬の連中は見捨てました。
They did everything they could. They did everything they could.
そんなこと
It's the village, not
そう
Rosei.
です。
And Itacho.
さくら、老星様と伊手町お兄様を悪者にすると
Yeah, I think it's helping her. Yeah, it's helping her cope.
老星
It spreads out the guilt a bit, right?
わかるよ。でもね、それ自分が勝手に悪者作ってる
Yep.
本当はわかってるよね。
That's very smart of
くれ
Hinagiku.
たこと。誰かを悪者にすると苦しいよ。さくらが苦しいままになる。憎しみを変われなくてもひなぎくはさくらが好きだけど捨ててしまったら苦しまないで。
Aww.
弱くなる。何年もあなたを探したんです。弱くなれば刃になれない。春が見捨てても冬が見捨てても探しました。刃になれなければ守れない。私には怒りが必要だったんです。憎しみが必要だったんです。最愛の少女。
She used those emotions to fuel. Yeah, that makes sense for motivation, right?
知らないでしょ。憎しみがないと
She lived for 8 years with the feelings of hatred being her only fuel.
ないと
It's hard. It's gonna be hard to let go of it.
私も死んでしまう。
You become reliant on it.
ひなぎく様。何？お言葉通りできるよう努力はします。ですので、もう一度 くれませんか？頑張る力が欲しい。
いつになったら春が来る。お前はもう用済みだ。
1年かけてもやはり代行者は機能しない。もう十分でしょう。あなたの役目も終わりです。これからなのに。やっと信じてもらえた。恩返しができると思っていたのに。私以外にあの方の何がわかるんだ。どれだけ壊れてしまっていても、ひなぎく様はひなぎく様だ。あの方も私の神様なんだ。ひなぎく様、ただそばに。春の匂い。
Here she goes.
ひなぎく様、ここです。桜はここにおります。
The animation is so good here.
一緒にいて、お願い。何でもするから。そばにいさせてください。何でもします。あなたのためにまだ何もできていない。この世界が怖いよ。怖くても生きてるの。まだ生きなきゃいけないの。桜が守ります。どんなに怖いものからも必ず守りますから。望むなら何度でも言うよ。愚かしい、浅ましい。桜、分かってる。好き。憎い人間が主人からの行為を何の苦労もなく受け取るのが嫌で、自分にもくださいという。好きだよ。それでも欲しい。あなたの愛が私だけを見ていてほしい。優しいとこも誇りんぼなとこも。生きる希望があなたしかない。好き。すごく
It's really interesting because it's such an unhealthy
私を愛してくれる。
mindset that Sakura has, but it's the only way that she can survive, right?
大丈夫。
Very interesting.
桜、ひなぎく様、私も好きです。ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。もっと普通にあなたを好きでいられたら、一生おそばで聞きたいです。一番近くで離れずに。でもこのあり方でないと私は機能できない。何回でも言うよ。ひなぎくんは桜が好き。忘れないで。好きだよ。はい。桜も好きです。だから今だけは憎しみも依存も必要で手放せない。
I need my hatred and dependence.
守ります。桜、好きだよ。すごくすごく好き。私たちの間にあるものは恋ではない。けどそれは恋よりも激しく、愛よりも純粋で、少し壊れているけれど正常な感情なのだ。
Healthy. Healthy, huh? That's a choice of words. I really like this episode. I think this episode is one of my favorites, definitely so far. I really like what they're doing with Sakura and Hinagiku's characters, especially Sakura here. I like that she acknowledges, like, she isn't dumb and she isn't ignorant to her own feelings and stuff. So she acknowledges that what she's doing is, as she said, it's dependence on Hinagiku. It's like selfish, right? It's a bad thing to do. It's, you know, also depending on like revenge and like negative emotions for her to, and hatred and stuff, for her to even function as a human being. But also, right now she needs that. She is dependent on it to cope and to survive, right? So I do like that, right? I like it. I'm sure that we're gonna elaborate more on it and make it become a bit, like, make her mindset become a bit healthier as time goes on. At least I hope. But so far, I do like how it is a pretty destructive mindset and she knows it. But so far, this is the only way that she can survive. She needs to find a different way to survive somehow eventually, which is gonna be interesting to see, right? I also like how Hinagiku was able to notice that as well, right? And point it out, being like, you know, you are just, you know, this is just a way that helps you cope with everything that happened with your guilt, right? You're putting some of the guilt, you're sharing some of the guilt on other people to help you cope with it. You know, which she said that she understands and stuff, which is really cool. I really, really like that. That was a cool scene, man. Yeah, really liking the characters here, the character writing here. Also, of course, like the village is as evil as ever. The interesting thing is they said that Hinagiku escaped on her own, which is interesting, because I was wondering what exactly happened there. We saw a glimpse of what was happening, I'm guessing, when she was kidnapped. I don't know what exactly that's gonna mean, but we'll see more, I'm sure, as we watch. But yeah, it seems like Hinagiku escaped herself, ran back to the village. Then they waited 6 months, then told Sakura, or I guess when Sakura came back, they told her. And yeah, okay, interesting. Oh man, I obviously love Rose, love Itacho. They seem like they genuinely tried everything that they could to keep the village searching for Hinagiku for as long as possible, right? But obviously that takes up resources and stuff like that. So eventually there's gonna have to come a point where they do have to say it's just not possible to do this anymore, right? And that point came very late, in my opinion. It was 5 years into the search, right, for another village's guardian, that they said, you know what, we can't do this anymore, right? And even then, Rose and Itacho look like they genuinely tried so hard to overturn that decision, right? But ultimately, it wasn't up to them. They could just like ask them and plead them and beg them for it. But at the end of the day, their decision isn't what matters in that matter, right? So you can see they're so nice. They care so much. I love those two. But yeah, really cool episode. Really, really like this one. But for now, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.